This is a really fun podcast.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to a really fun podcast.
So we have to talk about that because I think we talked about our name being Urena & Co.
Which is our name.
But for clarity's sake, you and I discussed a little bit more, and this brand, this company, whatever you want to call it, is Urena & Co. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to be having merch out there, all these things. We're going to be doing all of it.
Merch?
I don't know. We'll see. But we decided this in specific, this podcast is a really fun podcast.
And it is just that, a really fun podcast.
Yes.
So we're really excited to be with you guys back again today for our episode number 2. We're pumped. We're so excited. And today's honestly going to be just that. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to talk about maybe our day. Maybe we're going to talk about a game that we're going to play maybe.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Ooh.
We're going to have some fun.
You can play too.
You can play.
Come on.
Hey, we're going to dive right in. So tell me about your day. How'd your day go today?
It was a good day. So we woke up this morning, pretty slow morning. Mm-hmm. And usually this morning on Tuesday mornings, which this is when we're recording this right now, is usually Tuesday, when we record another podcast. Mm-hmm. But they schedule theirs for another day. And so we had a little bit of a slower morning. Mm-hmm. But then we got to have a meeting with our staff partner, Ryan. Yes. So we got to have a meeting with him, and really we talked a lot about the vision of the church and everything like that. And so got to work at a coffee shop. So really, again, just a lot of work behind the computer and a lot of conversations. Send out some schedules and stuff like that. But really today was this very slow day. Mm-hmm. And that's what our summer is going to be looking like a little bit, because all of our college students are back home. And we talked a little bit about that last week, but it slows down a little bit. So you guys sneeze?
Sad. I do have to sneeze, but it's not coming out.
And you can try to look into the lights.
It's gone.
Folks.
Lost it. That's really sad. Anyway,
how about your day?
They're gone. It was really good. We had the exact same day.
Literally the exact same day.
We were with each other literally all day long. But like you said, it was a great day. Mm-hmm. It was a really good day. I got a lot done, which felt really, really good to get accomplished, because yesterday we did not work.
We did not work.
No, we did not work yesterday.
No?
Kind of, but not really. We went golfing yesterday.
We did go golfing.
For a fundraiser.
For
the place that we meet at for church, the Ada Jenkins Center, which has been really incredible. So we just wanted to support them in any way possible that we can, because they've supported us so many ways. But we had a really good day yesterday. Then going into today, I knew I wanted to get a lot done. I wanted to get a lot accomplished and kind of play catch up a little bit. And I did just that. Yeah. And I felt really, really good about it. So
another thing that I did today, I forgot about this. How did I forget? Because I did this right before we came here, was watched a few innings of our Davidson baseball guys.
That's right.
And so shout out to the baseball team. They just won their first game in the A10 conference playoffs, tournament playoff. And so they smoked them. They won 18-3.
Smoked
And so the fellas went in today, and then they play tomorrow against Rhode Island, who's the number 1 seed in the conference. Yep.
Really?
So
I didn't know that. That is a big game.
Yep. And so hopefully the boys just keep winning. And so I forgot about that. As I was doing some stuff, I also had that on the TV as well, and just watched the boys play.
If you didn't know, Daniel's a huge baseball guy. It's on in the background. It's on when he has nothing else to do. He has it on even when that is the only thing he wants to do. It's his life. He loves baseball so much. It's baseball.
I love baseball.
And you are a baseball guy.
I am a baseball guy.
You just embody baseball. The backwards hat. You got the whole baseball vibe. You're just baseball.
I appreciate that.
You are baseball.
I am baseball.
No, but I'm glad you had a good day. That's a win, honestly. Yeah. Having a Tuesday be a good day. I mean, obviously the Mondays you want a good day, and Monday yesterday was a good day for us.
It was a good day. Now I will say we played a game with the fam the other day where we were. It's a game called Wavelength. Where you spin the thing, but we were doing it like
sound effect.
Thank you. We were doing it like like I was giving the prompts and stuff like that. Right. So we didn't have the game in front of us.
You were making it up from your head. Yeah.
Yes.
Which from the head. Daniel's also really good at that. Like making up family games for us all to play together when we are just hanging out. It's really fun. Anyways, continue.
Game master.
You are the game master.
So, but anyways, one of the, so like the prompt was, John was guessing the number. The number that we said was, it was 5, I believe.
Okay.
And somebody said Thursday. I was like, okay, Thursday's not terrible, but come to find out, an overall consensus was one of the worst days of the week, if not the worst, is Wednesday. People go Monday, but you're coming off a high of the weekend.
That's
and so it's hard to get up, but it's like, it's Monday. Tuesday is like, okay, I got through Monday, but then Wednesday, people call, hump day. It's the middle of the week, but knowing like going into this day, I still have this full day and 2 more days. And so that was interesting that people like, you think Monday.
Honestly, I feel like that is why, maybe that's not why, but a lot of reasons why churches have a service on Wednesday night. Literally at my home church, shout out Shirley Assembly, well, Focus Church now, but they call it Oasis, which is literally like water in the middle of the desert. So like you're searching for something in the middle of your week when you're dragging along, trying to just chug along to the end of the week. You get to this oasis and you're like, okay, I feel much better. I feel like I can actually get through my week now. I was pumped up by my fellow believers, my church family and stuff. So that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
But in my head, Thursday for some reason correlates with a 3.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Oh, with the number 3?
Yeah. Like
it does.
Thursday 3. I don't know what else, but like that kind of a vibe,
I don't know if I'd give it 3 on a 1 to 10 scale.
No.
Though.
But like the vibe of a 3.
Yes.
Like that Thursday gives 3.
What does Monday give you?
Maybe a 4.
Wednesday 100% 5.
Really? Oh yeah, Wednesday 100%.
Wednesday 5.
'Cause it's middle. Yeah.
Friday in my order for the weekend, it goes Friday is like I'll just start best. Sunday's the best day.
Of course.
Then Saturday, then Friday. I think that's the normal thing.
Yeah.
Especially we go to church.
Yeah.
So church is on Sunday and that's the best
Always
place
the best
to be.
day of the week, yeah.
So we were even talking about that the other day, that we were like, what would we do on a Sunday?
If we didn't go to church. I truly don't know. I've like both of us. We've gone to church since we were born. So Sundays were always church days.
I was born on a Monday, the 23rd of I'm not saying it. I'm get it. 1996. So do your math. But I was born on a Monday because Monday Night Football was playing on the TV during Mom's
that's so on
pregnancy
brand for you guys.
And then that Sunday I was in church.
Wow.
So not even a full week.
That is incredible.
Yeah. And now we say this, we're like, I don't know what I do. Like, I mean, a lot of people don't go to church and they're like, it's not that big of a deal. It's like a Saturday. Yeah. So I get that. But what I'm saying is all of our friends, all of our community, our families, like, so when we're in New York, the family, all at church.
That's right.
We live here. The family at church, our friends at church. And so that's kind of the idea of like, I don't know what I would do.
I see.
Like, again.
Like we wouldn't hang out with anybody because all of our friends are at church. I see. I'm understanding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways.
I would so agree with that, honestly, though. I so agree.
Yeah. So what do we got? What do we got today? You said we got some really fun stuff.
We're going to play a little game.
Okay.
We're going to play a little game. It's called This or That.
I'm going to crack this open right now.
Could give us a little ASMR.
Here, get it close to the mic.
Ooh, that was solid. That was actually really solid.
That was good. And this color is fire, too.
It is fire.
What color is it? This is pink, but it's more than pink.
It's more than pink?
It's like hot pink. No?
Hot pink, I feel like, is like a little bit darker.
Than this?
I feel. Guys, what do you think?
Get into the game. Get into the game.
Clearly, I don't know my colors either. You guys be shouting out like actual color names. I don't know if I ever learned that.
What other colors?
Like your family. You guys are like the magenta or aqua teal or something. You know, like the legit color names.
The family's never once said aqua teal. That has never once come out of our family. I
just made that up, actually. But still, like, I just feel like that's
okay.
You know. Anyway, we're gonna play a game. It's called This or That, but it's a little bit like silly this or that. Like it's not like your normal like this or that.
Okay.
Okay. Daniel also has not heard these at all, so these are gonna be his pure reaction to all of these prompts, and I'm actually really excited. Also, put your answer in the comments. Yeah. I feel like I want to hear if you don't agree with Daniel or if you agree with him. That's totally fine too. But
the people will not disagree with me.
Well, I don't know. Okay. The first one. Only speak in rhythms. I'm sorry. I always mess up that word too. And I thought about it in the car. I was like, you cannot say this wrong.
Is it rhymes?
Yes. Okay, let's try this again.
I was thinking like, only speak in rhythms. Like, does.
Only speak in rhythms.
That's kind of fire.
That is also kind of fire.
Okay.
And it kind of goes along with it. Just listen.
Okay.
So only speak in rhymes or only speak in song lyrics.
I feel like that's one and the same. Every song rhymes.
Yeah, but rhymes is more like you're spitting bars right now, or like song lyrics that are already created.
That's true. If you go with the rhyme, then okay, here's a hot take.
God.
If you go with the rhyme, you're a creative person. If you go with the song lyrics, then you're vanilla. You're vanilla. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta think.
I can actually see that.
Honestly, I'd probably go with song lyrics.
Are you vanilla?
No, I'm vanilla. No, I think probably because I just don't want to have to think.
Yeah.
Like in my life, I feel like there's so many things I could think about that the things I don't want to think about, I shouldn't have to think about.
That was a lot of thinking.
Was that a song lyric or a rhyme or was that rhythm?
I don't know. Are you already practicing? No.
So I don't know. So the rhymes, again, I feel like you have to be creative, and I feel like I'm creative, but
I feel like you're creative.
But that doesn't interest me to be creative in that way. So I'd go song lyrics.
Yeah. I may tweak it a little bit, and shout out to my family, only speak in movie quotes.
Yeah.
I feel like your family does it too, but my family, like, we do it all the time.
Yeah, and here's the other thing is that you've seen way many more. So many more movies than me. And so you quote so many things and I'm like,
so true.
I have no clue what you're referencing.
Like that is so normal to me is to like quote movies and then be like, oh, what movie is that? Like that's the game we play is in that way. Anyways. Yeah. No, that's good. I like that. Okay. The next one, fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses. So one horse-sized duck, so a huge duck, or 100 duck-sized horses. Also, say that 10 times fast.
What's my answer?
100 duck-sized horses.
Yes,
my man hates birds.
I hate birds.
Hates birds.
And so I hate a duck.
Yeah.
It being the size of a horse.
And ducks are literally my favorite animal in the entire world. So that honestly hurts me to my core.
No, I would. 100%. I am taking the duck-sized horses and just punting those things. Absolutely. Because I literally would not get close to the horse-sized duck.
I literally would do one horse-sized duck and not fight it and become friends with it.
Yeah. It'd become your pet.
I would love it. That would be the cutest thing in the world.
No way. I'm just seeing it even right now.
It's adorable. No. They're so cute.
No.
They're just a little,
please put it in the comments or whatever. Are you a bird person or not? Bird people creep me out.
I'm not a bird person. Okay,
what's a duck?
So different.
What's a duck?
A bird, it is a bird, but it's so different. Like birds are like actually terrifying.
Yeah.
Ducks are adorable.
Yeah.
Like they're so cute. Really, they're not. I don't think
we've already agreed to disagree on this one.
It's so true. Yeah. Okay. All right. Next one. Can you have spaghetti for hair, or
can you or would you?
Would you have?
Because I can't.
You can't grow spaghetti for hair. I can. Okay. Would you have spaghetti for hair or sweat maple syrup?
Sweat maple.
No way.
Maple syrup.
Mm-hmm. No shot. Mm-hmm. No shot. You'd be sticky all the time. That would frustrate me to my core. The
smell though would be incredible.
Oh no. Nope. I would still have spaghetti for hair. No. No, I hate being sticky. Yeah. There's no shot.
Spaghetti
you don't mind
for
being
hair
sticky?
though is no, I don't like it, but spaghetti for hair just gives a weird vibe.
And sweating maple syrup doesn't?
It gives less of a weird vibe.
No way.
It still gives a weird vibe.
It's a weird vibe regardless.
But the smell. But you're right. I'm not considering the stickiness. I stick with my answer.
All right. Let's see the next one. Only be able to whisper or only be able to shout. I feel like I've heard this one before, but I still don't have an answer.
I'm taking shout all day. I'm taking shout all day.
I'm right in this mic right now.
And you're taking whisper.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I am.
Which is funny because this is not a this or that. This is me and you.
Life.
I am the shouter. You are the whisperer.
It's so Daniel literally gets so mad at me. He's like, "Can you talk any louder, please? My word, it's so quiet."
Literally, we'll be like in a fine space where you can talk normal volume, and you'll say something. I'm like, "Can you say? I can't hear you." and you do it again. I'm like, legit, Rachel, I cannot hear you. Please speak up. And then at this point, I'm like looking around. I'm like, what are we whispering for? What? Look,
who are you hiding from?
Who are you hiding from?
That is hilarious. Yeah, I don't know why. I just don't like. I mean, I clearly I can talk loud. I'm Italian. There's something in there that I talk loud with. But on a normal basis, I'm right here.
You're right there.
You know, and I'm good being right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. You do shout though.
I also have my volume on full all times.
That's true. I think your hearing is going out. I think that's the problem.
Wait, what?
I
can't hear you.
I can't hear you. Okay. Live in a house made of Legos or a house made of marshmallows?
Legos.
Really?
Legos,
Why?
yeah. Because if I would prefer to live in a warmer place than colder place, so those marshmallows are melting. And then 2, with Legos, I feel like you could rearrange.
Oh, you like the rearrange.
Let's talk about this.
Let's actually talk about this.
You know what I'm about to say?
Yes.
What I'm about to say?
You're about to say, do you like rearranging your home every 5.5 minutes?
As a kid.
Nope. Still to this day, actually.
As a kid. Because now, like, it's not just mine. Well, it was never mine then. John and I shared the room too. So, but like now, and you're so funny with this. I'm like, Rich, we should do this. And you're like, no, don't like that. And then I'm waiting for like, oh, okay, you don't like that. Then what do you like? You're like, how it is.
Nothing.
Leave it.
Don't change it.
And I'm like, no, we have to change something.
Which is funny because as a kid, I did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lizzie and I wanted to rearrange our room all the time.
So you've grown out of it.
And we did. I guess I just did it too much.
Yeah.
But that's not even it. Like I do like to rearrange our home, but there's also only so many different ways we can rearrange it because our house really isn't that big. It's big enough and I love it. But
it's not that, it's tiny.
Not big. So yeah. But I just feel like I think that's a normal thing.
The tough thing is too, is that when you, like our house, there is the best way to set it up. And as it currently stands, it is the best way.
Yeah.
So to switch it, you put all that effort in, you're like, no, I don't like it, put it back. And you're like, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
So, but like as a kid, when you had like a square room and you could put your bed on this wall and then on this wall. And I only had, like growing up, Johnny and I had a bunk bed.
Yep.
And then we had a dresser.
That's it?
Yeah. And then a closet.
Well, yeah, but that's like in the room already.
So it was like, let's put the dresser on this wall and the bed on this wall. And then I was like, and then
was
you
your room pretty big or was it not?
No, it was tiny.
It was pretty small.
Yeah.
So like that really was the only things you could fit in there.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We did at one point have a drum set in our room.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard that before. That's crazy.
But yeah, so when you rearranged it, you had different like floor space. And so it either felt bigger, it just felt different, whatever it was.
Totally.
But I know that there's people out there with me that were rearrangers and still have. Maybe I should be an interior designer.
I think you do a great job.
Did you go to school for that? Did you go back for that? I say go back.
You're not doing it.
I say go back. I didn't finish, so.
Do you think you have to go to school for that?
I mean,
I don't think so.
No, maybe. At this point now, what do we talk? It's all about connections.
I'm not even kidding. It really is. That's so true.
I mean, there are certain things where I'm like, please go to school for that.
Like doctors,
dentists,
and all that fun stuff. Yeah,
and we also work with college students, so stay at school. Don't leave.
Stay in school.
But no, that like when you well, here's the other thing too. Like college, you also may not need it, but you're like, I want to go though.
Yeah.
Like I want to.
I literally just had this. I just had this conversation with your dad. Literally, it's not even about sometimes. It's not even about what you get your degree in. It's just the fact that you went for 4 years, dedicated your life, and accomplished something. Yeah. Like that just shows like that drive factor.
Yeah.
But like you said, there are some people where I'm like, I really would like you to finish school and actually like learn things. Like for me though, I got a degree in worship leadership from ministerial leadership with a minor in worship. Love that he knows my degree better than I do. It's actually an us degree.
It is an us degree.
We do say that.
And I take that.
You do. You do take that and you own that, and that's okay. I will let you own that as much as you want. But yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, in our cases, we work in ministry, and so some places don't really require it. Some places do. I've been at places or heard of places that are like, we need you to graduate college for you to be a full-time staff member here. places can do whatever they want. But the experience is something that is, especially in ministry, is hard to beat. You have an 18-year-old who just finishes high school and they start an internship at a church, and they do a summer internship, and then they're like, hey, we want to extend it to a fall internship, and then they do a spring internship. And then now they just did a full year of internships of like, they were working hard, everything. And now they're 19, and it's like, they may not have like, the lead pastor job or like head of whatever, but hey, we got a part-time role.
Yeah.
And then you start working your way there, and then next thing you know, you have a 25-year-old who's been in ministry for 7 years, and there's someone who just finished their degree and they're 22 or 23, and they're having a hard time getting a job because they didn't get
zero experience.
Exactly. Totally. Anyways, this is not this or that.
This is
not
such a off-topic thing, but we just like to go on tangents sometimes.
All right, next one.
Okay, next one. Have to high five everyone you meet, or, this is hilarious, salute dramatically every time you enter a room.
I'm a high fiver. I think I already do that.
I was gonna say, I feel like that is already
when
your
we
life.
leave church.
That's so funny.
I dap up the guys like 5 times before I leave.
That is an Italian goodbye.
Yeah.
Legit. I think it's probably a Cuban goodbye as well. Too. Honestly, you say goodbye 40 million times because you just want to keep talking with everybody. You love everyone so much that you literally are like, I don't want to leave. I'm just gonna keep saying goodbye because we're just gonna keep having conversation until we actually walk out the door.
That's good.
And that's just the reality of that. Okay. Next. Never be able to use a spoon again, or never be able to use a phone again. Obviously.
Come on. Phone.
That is just really
I'm kidding.
That's also just really unfortunate though, because like, I know you're not a huge soup person, but I love soup.
Right here.
Ew. Oh no.
That was good. That was good though.
Was crazy there. Oh my goodness.
But here's the thing. That is such an unfair matchup.
It is unfair because I thought I was gonna go fork.
Yeah.
Let's change it. Let's change it.
Or computer or phone. Well, the computer on your phone. So okay. Do yours first.
Okay. Never be able to use a spoon again, or never be able to use a fork again.
Oh boy. It's now harder.
No, it's a lot harder.
I think I'm going never use a spoon.
Really?
Because I think most things that have substance in them, you can get it done with a fork. Honestly, like, because you can do ice cream with a fork, and by the time anything,
but it might melt.
By the time, and this is what I was gonna say, by the time anything's melted or just liquid, it's grab a straw.
Oh gosh.
Or tip it.
I feel like I would go never use a fork again because everything can be picked up by a spoon.
Steak.
Pick it up with a spoon.
Crazy.
You can't
stick cut
it in there and cut it with the knife. You absolutely can. Or just use the back of the spoon, stick it in there.
Now you're making a mess.
Stabilize it.
She's crazy.
I would rather
She's crazy.
that. I'd rather that than not be able to eat ice cream, melted ice cream.
You can't even have ice cream.
Wow, that's actually really sad. Let's not talk about it. Let's move on.
Okay. Well, let's go to the
go ahead.
phone or
yours.
computer.
Okay.
So I'll ask you: would you rather? It's not a would you rather. It's this or that.
Would you rather
never use a computer
or
never use a phone? And caveat: the phone is like, it doesn't have. It's not
literally
a smartphone.
like calling. Texting.
Calling and texting. It's a high level calling and texting phone. So it's not like one of the old ones where you had to tap a T9 and press it 3 times to get to where you need to go.
To be completely honest, I feel like I'd go phone.
Get rid of the phone?
I would use the phone.
Get rid of the computer.
Get rid of the computer.
So this is talking social media?
I know. Honestly, I was thinking about this the other day, probably like 2 days ago, actually. And I was thinking about when we went on our missions trip to the Dominican Republic. We had literally, it was an amazing trip. But on that trip, I didn't have cell service. I didn't do Wi-Fi. I didn't do anything. And I was like almost removed from everything all week. And I felt so good. Like, honestly, it was truthfully probably because of the mission work we were doing and the people we were seeing and all that stuff. But it was just a caveat to be like, I'm also off of social media. I'm off of anything that could distract me from my main purpose. And I feel like that is just the MO of our world, is we're just distracted, or we try to like disassociate ourselves from what's actually happening and just scroll aimlessly.
Well, disassociate ourselves, yes. But then I also feel like at least for me, if I have major FOMO. And so if I don't have these platforms that allow me to see what's going on in other people's lives or in the world, the lie is that I won't ever see what's going on, but I would probably be in more relationships just with the people right around me.
Right.
But I think that is the good part about like certain types of social media is that it's like, oh man, guys that I went to high school with, or friends that I had in college or whatever, or even friends that I made when I lived in this place or that place, whatever, that I can connect with them and stay up to date with that kind of stuff. But what it ends up being now is a compare social media is like my life, and everything is not. I'm not necessarily saying that everything that's posted is a lie, but it's definitely not the full truth. So like you only see majority, because there are people out there that are like, they have their Instagram the opposite of, they just share like all the hard things going on.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, they post the best stuff. Like, I mean, if you take 10 photos and you look through which one I'm going to post, you choose the best one. Of
course you do, yeah.
You don't just, well, sometimes for me, I don't. Like, I don't even look. I just look at the majority. I'm like, oh, good photo, and post it. And then someone's eyes are closed. You're like, why don't you
Did you even look?
You're like, oh, I actually had a better one.
Actually, I did
but,
not.
But more so, you're just, again, you're more so seeing the best in everybody. And then you can convince yourself, my life doesn't compare to that. Like, that's so much better. And if you got down to the nitty gritty in everybody's life, it's like everybody's going through something. Everybody's having a hard time, all these things. And so, it ends up being a lot of comparing. So I think that would be, that's what, when I remove myself from any social media or try to do less, it's because I'm feeling myself like compare my life or what I do to other people. And I get frustrated, or I get sad, or I get disappointed with where I may find myself. And it's like, whoa, this was it was never meant to compare what's going on. So
what are you choosing?
I got to get rid of the phone. I'm just kidding. No, I think that I think that you get rid of the computer.
Yeah.
And then just simply call and text people and then meet up. Yeah.
I love that. I love that answer.
I think we got time for one more.
All right, let me look through.
Choose the best one.
Choose the best one. Here we go.
While I get a sip of this really quick.
Go ahead. You're going to give us another ASMR? It's good every time. It is. All right. Let's see.
What do you say?
I think I'm ready.
You like this one?
Yeah.
All right.
This or that.
Okay.
Your laugh sounds like a foghorn.
Just practicing.
Yep. Or your sneeze sounds like a car alarm.
Here's the question. Is it a average car alarm or the 1996 Toyota 4Runner car alarm? Because that's the car that I had.
I think I'm going to need a demonstration because I don't know.
I can't remember. It was more of a siren.
Well, I'm thinking like if you sneeze once, you get like a.
So earlier we were working
2 cadence.
Earlier we were working at Summit and it was
right.
So every time you sneeze, it's like like that.
I think.
Do I cough or sneeze more? I think that's what it comes down to for me.
It's laugh.
Oh, laugh?
Yeah.
Sneeze then. I can't know.
Mommy started changing the whole question. Is it cough or laugh? Well, neither, actually.
Well, laugh.
Wait, laugh. Cough. Okay, yeah. Shoot.
No, I would probably, I need to keep my laugh.
You do have a really good laugh.
Well, no, thank you.
It's contagious.
Thank you. In my mind, that's not where I went. Where I went is I laugh a lot and I don't want to be annoying with a foghorn.
Foghorn.
Yeah.
You know, the demonstration you gave us.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't. People wouldn't hang around me.
I don't know.
But because I don't.
Because think of the person that has like the funniest laugh that you know. Is yourself?
Is myself.
Truly? Okay. But like, I feel like the funnier the laugh, the funnier things are.
But a foghorn is not a funny laugh.
It's just so unique that I think people would laugh at you.
It is unique.
They might not laugh with you. They might be laughing at you.
And
that might be the only thing. Yeah, that's
true.
That's true. I don't know. I think I would do I just sneeze a lot.
Yeah, you do.
So I think I would
Oh
go
my
laugh.
goodness, when it's pollen season,
Oh
you'd be done for.
my goodness, the pollen.
You'd be done. You would be
It
that
literally
car
would be
alarm
the
that
car
doesn't
alarm.
stop.
Oh my word. Yeah, literally. Yeah, we can't even do that. I'm not even gonna think about it. I am saying my laugh being a foghorn because the sneeze would be so frustrating, especially when we're working at a coffee shop.
You laugh a lot there too.
Yeah,
Because
but
I'm hilarious.
yeah, but do you mind a foghorn?
Do I mind a foghorn? No.
Then you're good.
I don't. Oh, yes. That always trips me up.
I know it
when
does.
it's like, hey, do you mind if I come over?
Or I could care less, or I couldn't care less.
Yep.
I still don't know which one is actually the true one. Do you know?
Couldn't, yeah, because I could not care any less.
Oh, couldn't care. I couldn't care less.
Like if you
I could care less rolls so much better.
It does. It does. And I feel like it also has a little undertone to it. To like, I could care less.
Like I care not a lot right now.
And I could
and
care.
I still could care less.
Ooh.
Wow, I think it could go both ways.
It could, but the phrase definitely is I couldn't care
couldn't
less.
care
Because I
less.
could not care any less
I see.
than how I care right now.
Okay.
But yeah,
Do you
when someone's
mind?
like, yeah, do you mind? Like, no. It's like, so no?
So
No, I
wait,
don't mind.
I can't do it. Wait, no. I don't mind if you do it.
Right.
And you're like, well, that's confusing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now I'm confused, and now I'm not doing it.
I am confusion.
That's funny. Well, this or that, incredible. This is
fun.
again, this is kind of what we want the vibe is there's going to be days where we talk about things that truly matter. There's going to be days where we say, do you want a computer or a phone for the rest of your life? And it does not matter at all.
Nope.
But we just laugh.
Yep.
Thankfully, we don't have foghorn laughs
Thank you,
because we're
Lord.
gonna laugh.
We're gonna laugh a lot.
But this was a really fun podcast.
It really was.
And we are so thrilled that we even have the opportunity to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of fun.
It is really fun.
And you could be next. You could be next on a really fun podcast.
Who is it? We'll see.
I mean, it's whoever puts the most things in the comments and who shares it the most. And
it's gonna be a little contest out
it could
here.
be. I mean, because the people want to be on.
The people want it. Who are the people? We don't know.
We don't know. Thank you for joining a really fun podcast.
Bye, guys.